Hello guys, it's your boy eFootball Goat. I'm back again. So guys, today we are going to be reviewing Mikel Arteta new formation, the 4-3-3 formation, which is quite unique. You can convert this formation to different type of formations. But I will show you guys that as we continue. So guys, if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe, like, comment, and share, and stay safe out there. So let's take a look at the manager info. His offensive and defensive is 4-3-3, unlike his previous formation that is totally different. So his attacking style is possession gain. They build up a short pass. Attacking areas is center. Flexible is the positioning. Defensive styles is all out defense. Containment area is wide and pressing is aggressive. So this is his offensive tactics. And his defensive tactics is literally almost same with his offensive tactics. So they are literally same. So let's see the kind of players you need to use in this Mikel Arteta new formation. So I've already set up everything. You all know in the center forward, I will always tell you to use a very good center forward with good shooting of and good finishing of at least 90 upwards. So we have Rashford, we have the new featured card Ronaldo, we have Lewandowski, we have Benzema. So we have other great center forward there like Rumi. So use a very good center forward there. In the left wing forward and in the right wing forward, please use player with good speed. Players with good speed, good dribbling, and good passing is highly recommended. So use a player that is very, very fast, good dribbling, good passing. So in the left wing forward, we have players. We also have Ronaldo who can play in that position. We have Ryan Giggs who can also play in this position. So we have other players like Sadio Mane who can play in the left wing forward. So we have great players there. So in the right wing forward, we have Lionel Messi who can play there. We have Di Maria. We have Rumi too who can play there. We have other players like Ziyech of Chelsea who can play in this position. So make sure these players are very good with dribbling, passing. They have decent speed. It's highly, highly recommended. It's highly, highly recommended. So then this formation came with a central midfield as the supporting striker. So, but one good thing is you can change this position to an attacking midfield forward. So when you change it, it will give you the 4-2-1-3 formation. It will alter the formation from 4-3-3 to 4-2-1-3. So if you want to attack more, you can just convert that. But if you are good with just attacking with your left wing forward, center forward, and right wing forward, you don't want your you don't want this player to join attack, you can just stick with central midfield forward, because once you convert it to AMF, this player will always join attack. But when it is central midfield forward, the player will fall back to support your midfield. So that is the difference between playing AMF and CMF. So I will just leave it as the information came with CMF. So, but if you want to play any player here, if you want to play CMF, make sure that CMF is good offensively and defensively. And look, De Jong is very, very good with good offensively, and is also good defensively. So make sure you use players that are very, very good in this position, like with passing, with dribbling. Especially that passing is very important. So you can use De Jong here if you want to play with central midfield forward. You can use Modric, you can use Cruz, you can use Kovacic, you can use Kante. But if you want to play as AMF, you can use Johan Cruyff, you can use Kevin De Bruyne, you can use Bruno Fernandes, you can use other AMF that are great like Beckham in that position. You can use Mason Mount, you can use Kai Havertz as AMF if you want to play as AMF. But as a CMF, you can use other player Kamavinga and co. They are very, very good both offensively and defensively. So the formation came with two defensive midfielder. So I will just stick with the two defensive midfielders. So what will happen is most people don't like using two defensive midfielder. It's okay, you can also convert them to central midfielder if you want, but I will advise you don't convert two of these to central midfielder. At least convert just one to central midfielder and leave one as defensive midfielder is highly recommended. But if you have two good defensive midfielder, it's okay, go ahead and use them. Make sure that defensive awareness is okay. Defensive awareness is very important in this position. So we have players, when it comes to defensive midfielder, we have players like Vieira, who is very good. We have Busquets in that position. We have other great defensive midfielders, so use them. Make sure that defensive awareness is very good. Pay attention to that defensive awareness. And when it comes to fullback, the fullback, I will advise you to use a fullback that is very fast. You need speed. Yeah, we know fullbacks sometimes they don't have a good defensive awareness, we understand, but they need to have a good speed and a good passing, be it low pass and lofted pass. And Alfonso Davies is very fast and he's good at passing, and Arnold is also very fast and he's good with passing, especially crossing. Like his lofted pass is very good. So make sure you use a fullback that is very good. You can use a defensive fullback, but these two guys I'm using right now is offensive fullback, but you can use a defensive fullback, but make sure they are very good passing and their speed is good. So if they have a good defensive awareness, it's a added bonus for you. So the center back is, I always like using one destroyer and one build up. That is how I always compare my defenders. So Paul Torres is a destroyer with very good aggression and very good defensive awareness, ball winning, and also is delete a build up with a very good defensive awareness and a very good ball winning, though his aggression is not that great because it's a build up. So but I have one who aggression is very great, who is a destroyer. So always pay one build up on one destroyer, but it's okay if you use two build up or two destroyer, but two destroyer, they will be too aggressive. That's my advice to you, and the space between them might be too open. And two build up is not that bad, but the aggressiveness might not be there. So in the goalkeeping position, you can use an offensive or defensive goalkeeper, it doesn't matter. Just make sure that goalkeeping reflexes, reach, catching is very good, at least 95 upward. So on the bench, what will happen on the bench is you can put any player you like on the bench. So what I did is I'm supposed to change some of these players. So what I will do is I will just bring in a central midfield forward. So I will bring in a central midfield forward to the bench. So I can just go with to replace, let me say, this left back. So I always keep one center back on the bench. I kept one AMF because I can choose to switch to AMF here, so I don't have to be converting De Jong. I can just bring in Mason Mount and play him as AMF. So and again, I have one player who can play as a left wing forward and as a right wing forward. So Sancho can play in both positions. Then I have a center forward. So in the SS position, I'm supposed to put in a player who can play in multiple positions there. So this was what I was meant to do, but the player will be, the cost will be too high, but I will explain it here. So always use one player who can play multiple positions. So I have Croft here, who can play as left wing forward, as a center forward, as an right wing forward, and as an AMF. So that's what I always do. So if I'm to use this formation, I will have to increase the cost, but I will also can bring in other player to just replace him. So that is what I always do. So that is what I always do. I use a player who can play in multiple positions on my bench. So one defender, just in case any of these defender is not match fit. One central midfielder, just in case any of these all of these player here, or I choose to play with a central midfielder, I can just take one out and play a central midfielder. One attacking midfielder, just in case for them to use De Jong, or I can bring him on in the second half to play as AMF, and one right wing who can play in right wing and left wing. Then one SS who can play in 4 positions. He can play here, play here, play here, and play here. So that is it. And then one center forward for my center forward. So that is how I use this formation. But you can go ahead and put any player you like on the bench. It's your choice. So that is what I say. Let me explain to you guys in this video. See you guys in my next video. Peace out.